I didn't really have any ideas for an intro to this video, so I figured that I would just put the camera on me, hit the record button, and something funny and witty would just come to mind and it would be great. I was wrong. So we're at Dalton Farm. This is the other place that I worked on for Sim Settlement's Rise of Far Harbor, and I want to go through it the same way that I went through Longfellow's Island. You know, where I talk about the idea and the theme behind the build and show you some of my favorite parts, just so I don't spoil the entire build for those of you who want to explore it in the game. Now, I had the same role with this build. I was the lead designer, where I get with the team to figure out what we want to turn this place into and then design the layout and build all the structures. Everything else was done by the decorators. One of them was Donald Strong, who you've heard me talk about a few times. But they all did an amazing job bringing this place to life. Again, this was a team effort, and I'm very proud to be a part of it. I'm not crying, you're crying. The idea behind this build was to turn it into a Mirelurk Farm, which was a relief for me since I had just turned Longfellow's Island into a city, and holy shit, that is a big place. But with this one, it was mainly residential areas mixed with barns and warehouses. My absolute favorite parts of this build is this packaging depot right here. Mainly because of this big water pump looking thing right here, which isn't actually water. I'll explain. This is where they produce and bottle up Mirelurk milk, which was pretty funny. It gets kind of loud in here. It's pretty funny figuring out where they would get Mirelurk milk from. Like, do Mirelurks produce milk? Do we get up under there and just start squeezing? But no, we get them from their eggs. So don't worry, it doesn't get too weird. We get it from their eggs, we bottle it up, and then we throw them in these boxes and put the boxes on the truck. And then the truck will distribute them out across Far Harbor. Take a look at level 3 Longfellow build and see if you can find the reference to Dalton Farm. It's a pretty fun Easter egg. And speaking of the Longfellow build, you can see that I used the same kind of style for this one, which was on purpose because I wanted them to match each other a bit, with the structures kind of stacked and built up higher beside you, and with bridges and walkways that go overhead. I just really like the look of that for Far Harbor builds. The next part that I want to show you is the player home. Now, when you first visit this settlement, you'll see two broken down red houses, and I thought it'd be cool to make the player home out of that, to where it looks like that they took the remaining pieces of those two houses and turned them into one. Plus, I really liked having it right here in the middle of the settlement on this cliff that overlooks the entire thing. It's kind of plantation-esque, you know, with a nice house for the person who runs the place, and then crappy shacks for all the workers. It's kind of screwed up now that I think about it, but it's Fallout, so yeah. I really like having different walkways that lead to the same place, so it's easier to get around. So we can go to the player home this way, or if we're coming from this side of the barn, we can just walk up over here. I just like having options so we don't have to circle back, you know, like if I'm coming from this side of the island, or the settlement, whatever, there's a ladder right here, I can walk up, and it leads straight up to the player home. Or if I'm coming from the complete other side, over this way, there is this big-ass, unnecessary cathedral-style, like, wooden staircase that leads straight up to it. So you have options. My personal favorite is this wooden staircase. Tell me it's not obnoxious. Oh, I forgot about the back way. So there's this area back here that is kind of like a big porch, you know, it wraps around and it leads right up to the front. I love it. Inside the player home is pretty basic, and I really like that. I like that it's really clean and simple. It just looks like a traditional house, you know? But what I love most is... Oh, hang on. Don't look. Don't look. Okay, what I love most is this. Yeah. It leads straight into the city planner's desk area, and it has a nice view that overlooks a good part of the settlement. This bar is pretty cool. It's just a bar for the workers and everybody. But I love this bar because of one decoration, which is this. I love it. Alright, the last part that I want to point out isn't really a specific structure. I tried placing down plots in areas that you wouldn't expect, or at least I wouldn't expect to see them there. Like this boat has a residential plot on there. I don't know, it fit perfectly, and seeing the plot built up, it actually fits in and looks pretty cool. I mean, yeah, it's nothing major, but it was fun finding different areas like this to put down plots. I feel like it makes it a lot more interesting. I could be wrong. But that's pretty much all I wanted to show you. I haven't done any other projects for Sim Settlements, but I really enjoy it and plan on helping out as much as I can. Right now, I'm focusing on finishing the castle. I've made a good bit of progress with it, and my next video will show all the things that I've added. I'm thinking 2, maybe 3 more videos, and I'll be done with it. After that, I'm going to be doing smaller 1 video style builds until Fallout 76 comes out. But thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think of this build in the comments, and huge shout out to King Gath and the rest of the Sim Settlements team for letting me join in. It's been so much fun. I'm going to start doing a lot more with my Patreon, so I just updated it with new tiers and rewards, such as the private Discord channel where we can chat, guaranteed answer to your questions in my monthly Q&A videos, discounts for my merch shop, and just a lot more, so be sure to check it out.